Itty bitty teeny weeny summertime carries, what we're going to talk about. Okay gang, welcome to the hideout. It is hot outside, but we're in here in the air conditioning for now. But before we get started, I have to ask you, please click subscribe, man. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I love the comments, you know. We get to chit chat back and forth, and sometimes it's a little difficult with text, but for the most part, we fumble through it and we get some good conversations, and I can help you and you can help me, and we all learn something. Check us out at sgt1911.com. We got good stuff out there. Click the little ringy dingy so you get a notification, and click the little like button, man. Just click that little like thing out there. I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna check one thing, make sure I want to make sure that phone is not in the way. You guys thought I was gonna talk about an itty bitty teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, but I am not. What I'm gonna talk about though is it's hotter than hell outside. I mean, we got like heat index over 100, way up near 110, people passing out, crappy and everything. You know, in the hot summertime, it's hard to lug around, say a 4.25 inch 1911. You know, do I do it? Yeah, I do it. Why? I like that big 45 ACP. I like throwing them cannonballs. That's what it's all about. I like to feel the recoil. It's man stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I also understand that sometimes them big hog legs are hard to hide and hard to conceal. Now me personally, this is my personal opinion, I don't give a rat's butt whether it's concealed. You know, some people disagree with me and they have their reasons, but I don't care, I have my reasons. But what we're going to talk about is carrying a smaller handgun that's still got some punch in it, so when it's hot out and we got the t-shirts on and the shorts on and everything, it's not hanging down to your knee and bruising your leg when you walk. So, if you watched the video the other day, I had out a little Colt Mustang called a Nightlight. It was in 380, kind of a 1911 type pistol, dear to my heart, but we're going to look at another one. Now, what we got today is probably the first Kimber pistol I ever purchased. And to be honest, that little pistol I'm fixing to share with you is probably one of the reasons I do not own more Kimbers than I do. This little pistol, and we'll show it to you, is the Kimber Solo. It's been around for years and years and years. I bought this pistol probably about 2010, somewhere in there. I replaced the grips with these stag grips, make it look nice. It's in 9mm, it's not in 380, but if you'll remember the size of it, it's just about the size of that little Browning, or that little Colt Mustang. Matter of fact, here's the same holster that I carried that little Colt in, 380, and I carried the same 9mm in. Why? It's still a 1911 shaped pistol. But let's talk about it just a little bit. Come out probably around 2010, 2011, somewhere in there. I picked it up. I thought it was a nice little pistol. It is a nice little pistol, but I had the damnedest time getting it to run. And I still to this day often have the very same problem with every Kimber I buy. Maybe one or two, they do not want to feed. I almost always have to polish the feed ramp and shoot it and shoot it and shoot it. It just they just don't want to function until they're worn. This little pistol right here is 9mm. You take a look at the white sights. Now this is a nice size carry pistol for the summer, and like I said, you get a little bit more punch out of this than you would that little 380. A little 380 will do the job. We prefer cannonballs, but a cannonball out of this would be hard to handle. This thing right here, we can stick it in our pocket and we can do a good job. Now, I do want to show you a few things. Let me slot this slide back. Look how big it's open right here. The ejection port's really open wide. Got the little barrel down there. It does not have a barrel band, but it does have a full guide rod there that is metal. It's not polymer plastic back in the day. If you look how the slide locks back, just like a 1911. I mean, this is kind of a 1911, and if you look at it, it's fundamentally 1911. Now, it does have an ambidextrous safety on both sides. If you look at this side, we have a safety, and if you look at this side, we have a safety. Now, if you remember the coat, when the safety was on, you still could move the slide. You cannot this. This works identical to a 1911, where the slide does go up in the side, or the safety does go up into the slide. See if you can get a picture of that. As I operate that, you can see that it goes up in the slide, so it locks the slide down. No hammer. It's got a nice size trigger guard for the length. You know, it's ambidextrous. Now this, I'm gonna put a magazine in. This is gonna be a little cool. So it holds 6 rounds, but I want you to look at the magazine release. First, let's look at it on this side. I'm gonna turn it at an angle so maybe you can get it, see it good. You see it protrudes out. So if I'm gonna turn it the other way, guess what? It protrudes out on both sides. So I've got a safety on both sides that's identical, and the same magazine release on both sides. So I can do it with a thumb and release the magazine. I can do it with a finger from this side and release the magazine. So this little pistol, for the most part, is an ambidextrous 1911 subcompact mini pocket rocket thingamajig, 9mm handful of have some fun and keep the bad guy off your ass. You know, we'll go out and shoot it. It comes with 2 magazines. And I've carried it some in the summer. You know, it's 6 plus 1, so it's only, you know, it's got limited, but, you know, you want to hear a lot of people talk about the capacity, and they need a lot of capacity, No, you need one properly placed shot, or one lucky shot, or whatever you want to call it. You don't need huge capacity. Is it nice to have? You know, I would like to hope you wouldn't need that many. This little gun, though, you know, I really was pumped and excited to get it when I first got it. And, you know, I had so much trouble with it just laid. And you can look at it and tell, as I rolled it around, this little handgun is still brand new. Now, if you look at the shape of it, it's not squared. It's rounded. I mean, you see the slides rounded here. It's got nice round corners. I'm gonna roll around so you can see the back where the beaver tail normally would. There is no safety back here. See how nice and rounded it is? I mean, this thing is for a concealed carry is what it's designed for. Is it an older gun? Yeah, it's an older gun. As you can tell, this one's not been fired. You know, I'm a 45 ACP guy. And I like the bigger 1911s. This is just, you know, I seen it, I wanted it. It hit the niche. It filled that little gap of something that I didn't have. I wanted the small 1911, but that had to be in something bigger than the 380, and we found it here in the 9mm. It's an older gun. Like I said, guys, sometimes I'll do older guns. It's what I have. It's what I got access to. I'm not sponsored by a gun manufacturer. I don't get the free crap, and you guys, most you guys don't get free crap either. So, but you can find these things out there on the used market, and you may have one. It's got the serrations only on the back. You can see them only on the back. It's a nice little handgun, but like I said, it's not been carried that much because at least when I was messing with it on a considerable daily basis or something, I would have a lot of malfunctions with it. So what we're going to do though, is we're going to go outside today, and I hadn't fired it in a long, long time, and we're going to see if it'll run. And I'm going to make the assumption that it will, because I do remember we polished the feed ramp and played with it and did get it to where it was fairly dependable, but I'm not going to carry one for self-defense that's not dependable, and you guys don't need to do it either. So as usual, what do I say? Let's go outside where it's really hot and make it go bang, bang, bang. Okay, gang, we're outside at the range. We're going to fire up this little Kimber, and I'm just going to do a quick once over with it. It's an older gun, very, very used, very little. But one of the things, guys, y'all know I'm a no BS kind of guy. Not everybody can go buy new guns, but you can always learn something, and that's what we're going to do today. You know, you can pick these things up now used, probably a lot cheaper than you can buy a new gun, and a lot of people will only buy new used cars. So why not only buy used guns so long as you're buying something that you've checked out? it's always good to just take an opportunity and buy something when you get a deal at. Now what we've got is the Kimber Solo. It's about 17 ounces. It's a single stack, 6+1, 9mm. The barrel on this thing is just like 2.75 inches, something like that. It's a little pocket rocket. It's a micro 9. You know, it's smaller than even a lot of them we have today. This is a metal frame gun. Now, it's not going to be stainless steel. I think it's some kind of alloy, but it is metal. It's not a plastic gun, and we're going to shoot it up and light it up. I've had a lot of problems with it in the past, but I think we worked those out just simply because we polished the feed ramp and we got to shoot it a little bit. So let me go ahead and put my hearing protection on. Like I said, it comes with 2 6-round magazines. So this is a self-defense little weapon. It's not made for anything else. It's not high capacity. And the truth is, we don't want high capacity unless we just have to have it. So let's see what happens. It appears it did chamber. So let's see when we do it. And it ran flawlessly. Now also, I want to point out again, you see the magazine, it is safe. Remember our mag release on both sides. So this is more ambidextrous of a handgun than we're going to find now 20 years later or something. You know, a lot of people go ambidextrous. Well, they got it to where you can move the safety from one side to the other. It may be an HK that's more ambidextrous than the others, but this one is the safety is on both sides. It's got an external extractor, which is kind of like the SIGs. We got the external extractor, safety, mag release, safety, mag release, slide lock. I mean, this is a baby 1911. It's all nice and fun. It seems to be functioning. Like I said, it's been a long time since I shot it. But, you know, it's summer. I'm out here in shorts. I ain't got some hog leg down here pulling my pants down. See if we can try it again. That's running fine now, you know it. That's what I like to see. I tell you what though, I love that recoil and the smell of powder. I only got 2 magazines. Hang on, I'm gonna reload just a second, be right back. Okay, I loaded up my 2 single stack 6 rounds there. So I'm just shooting 6. I'm not shooting 1 in the chamber. Let's just have some fun while it's hot out here. Ooh, that's fun. Let's try this one again. Now there we did. We had a problem. Let's drop the magazine out. Lock the slide back. Shake it up and down. That's it. It's empty. It just had a bad one in there. So, like I said, guys, it happened here. I'll tell you what, don't go nowhere. Let's stay on the camera just a minute. I'm going to grab about 5 more rounds real quick. You know, that could have been a fluke. And let's just see if it will do it again. I thought I had a problem solved. But, you know, honestly, the handgun hadn't been shot in a long time. Let's just see if it'll do it again. That's probably just one of them things. Let's just see what happens. It runs fine. You know, probably just needs to be shot in a little bit of oil. But it's hot out. I enjoy shooting. Take an opportunity, guys. Hit the pawn shops. Give the local guys some of your business. Give them a little bit of your money. It'll come around. Get to know the fellows in town. Get to know everybody at the gun range. See what kind of little handgun you can find, especially in this hot weather when you can tuck something away in your saddlebags on your bike, in the console of your vehicle, in your pocket where it can't be seen. Do it legally until we get to shoot again. Shoot safe and shoot straight. Hooah.